my sanity, I just couldn't stay there. The amount of times I cried, the amount of times that the sun burnt me. Hi, it's been a long minute. I mean, you might have come across my video before, and yes, you might be seeing me for the first time. Any which way, welcome to my channel. My name is Casmir, and this is a very long overdue life update. At this point, I feel like if I don't film this entire thing, my head will explode. So let me just do this and, get over with it. This might be a lengthy yap session, so please get comfortable, get your coffee, drink, whatever, and sip, because there is a lot of tea. There's a lot of tea, so let's get into it. First of all, Happy New Year. Welcome to the year 2026. I pray and hope that this year brings you peace, joy, happiness, and fulfillment in everything that you do. Please, if you see me looking down, just know that I have my laptop here, because if I start yapping now, I might start going out of context. So I have the outlines of what I am going to discuss with you. I'll be starting from way back to the inception of this channel. I started this channel in December 2023. I almost lost my life to a surgical operation. That was November 2023. And permit me to use this phrase, on my dying bed. Yes, on my dying bed, I had this nudge to ask myself, if I die now, am I fulfilled? And the simple answer to that was no. It was a no. Maybe someday I will get into detail about what really happened in the surgery, but that's not why we are here. I started thinking of the things that would make me feel fulfilled while still asking God to give me a chance to live. Recovering from that surgery, before I got out of the hospital, I knew that one of the things I wanted to do was to be on social media actively. Yes, to be on social media actively. This was in 2023. I graduated in 2021. I studied chemical engineering, by the way, but I was not practicing at the time. In fact, till now, I have never practiced chemical engineering. I was working in real estate. So in 2023, I had already spent way over a year in the real estate sector, but as a social media manager. I was in the brand communications team. I started asking myself, oh, this. And even though I was already active on Instagram at the time, because I was active on my natural hair account. I think before my surgery, I had depression at some point. I was battling with a lot of things, but I had my hair channel going on for me then on Instagram. But it didn't feel enough. And I'm like, how am I thinking about social media while recovering? And yes, it just clicked, because I have always really wanted to do this stuff. And it was funny because I was already doing social media for people. Like, I was helping people's page grow. I was, before I grew into a brand strategist myself, I was already a social media manager for people, for brands. I mean, those phases shaped me. So fast forward to coming out of the hospital, I created my channel. I think after my first week out, I created my channel. I started looking for people with similar interests. I mean, who likes what I like? Okay, what do I like? What do I like that I see on social media? Okay, what can I relate to? And then I started checking on different people. I think that was when I came across a couple creators like Michelle Choi, Via Lee, Brianna Kwan, Clinton Kenya, Reni KG Vlog, Jayan of Africa, Aliyah Face, and a lot more creators that I really liked. And even though some of these people I mentioned now were already big at the time, December 2023, they're already big, they're already, Some other ones, majorly the ones in Africa, were what I saw as growing creators. And I was happy at the time, because I'm like, oh, we can all grow together. Who knows, we could connect someday. I loved watching vlogs. I loved watching, it was an entire journey. And I stayed at it while inculcating everybody's style. Stayed at it for a while. I uploaded consistently until the reality of being in a 9 to 5 hits me. I already mentioned I'm in real estate, or I was in real estate. And my particular job role required me to go to site actively. Even though it was not every day, there were a couple times where I needed to be on site to film with my team, yada, yada, yada. Sooner than later, I fell off. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, months almost turned into a year, and before you knew it, I had a backlog of content not posted. Fast forward 2024, towards the end of 2024, the consistency level sort of dropped and my contents kept piling up. Coming into 2025, I think, or ending 2024, I already knew I was going to quit my 9 to 5. Eventually, I was able to do so in March. That was the end of first quarter Q1. And I felt like, oh, great. Now I can focus my energy on content creation. Mind you, 2024, even my hair page started suffering because I almost stopped uploading there. So 2025, after Q1, okay, let's get into this. I now found it difficult to continue editing. I find it difficult because of different reasons. First of all, I felt like I had outgrown some of these contents. Second of all, I didn't know where to start from. So everything felt overwhelming because what do you mean I have a lot of content? Because I didn't stop recording, I didn't stop filming, I had a lot of content. I created a schedule for myself. Oh, we'll post this way, we'll do this one. They never really worked because I never really got the opportunity to do only that thing at once. Either I had a job coming in or I had something going on and I couldn't focus. Now it became a struggle. How do I bring out all of this content? Okay, let's see what my unemployed era can bring out of me. I think that was Q2, April, May, June. That period, I was able to upload a few contents. Still felt like, oh, I was growing some of these things. And 2025 was already playing out for me. I now had different dreams, or should I say different goals towards achieving my dream for the year. I had set a vision board in the beginning of the year and I was working towards it. I had gotten more tuned into fitness, getting a better relationship with God. You know, I hope I can show my vision board here, maybe just to explain some of these things. My birthday was in May, so I was already getting grown or more grown. I was feeling more grown. So it was very, very difficult for me to keep up with the backlog of the content. And I couldn't still bring myself to start filming new content because I'm like, no. So at some point, I stopped even filming for YouTube in 2025. I just like, sooner than later, I got a new job offer and it took me time. I got this in Q2. It took me time before I accepted the offer, and I accepted this at some point thinking that okay, maybe it's going to be a good thing for me. I mean, another 9 to 5, a higher role, higher pay. The pay was not, because I mean I had worked with brands that had paid higher before, so it was not like oh wow, but it was good. Okay, 2 weeks in, I realized that this is not the place for you, my dear. But reality was already hitting because at this time it was getting clearer that I needed to leave my apartment. Initially, I was going to renew, but it was already clear that I needed to leave that place. And if you live in Nigeria or maybe anywhere else around the world, you know that most times moving to a new place means more money because maybe whatever you're paying where you are now started paying at a particular price. Going to another place, you'll be paying higher. That's just how it is in the real estate sector. So I held on to my new 9 to 5 because it felt like, okay, I needed all the money that could come in. I mean, no money came in for like 3 months. So I was, and even though I had saved because I knew that I was going to quit my initial 9 to 5, I don't want to use the word squandered, but things came up and most of the money disappeared, and I knew, I needed to get my money up so that I'll not sleep under the bridge. Basically, so that I have enough money to complete my house rent because I already envisaged that the money was going to be higher. Now, aside my 9 to 5, I took up some challenges fitness-wise. I filmed a lot of content. I had some back and forth with my boyfriend at the time because he was constantly advising that, babe, you have a lot of content. Please post. Stop overthinking this thing. You don't have to post it in any other. And I'm like, no, it has to be posted in a particular order, because I mean, how do I post the content I filmed in August, then go back and post the content I filmed in January? So it was just a back and forth until I began seeing reasons with him. Mind you, I didn't begin seeing reasons with him until October 2025. Before we get to October, I left my job. I worked there for 3 months and I left because I knew that that was not the place for me. And from July though to November, I was house hunting. It's crazy because I'm currently putting out content on TikTok of my house hunting journey. And while some people might think that I'm posting in real time, I'm sorry, I'm not posting in real time. I've gotten a new apartment and I'm around completing my moving in process. So you'll get to know all of that later. So, oh my gosh, I'm losing sight of what I was talking about. Okay, yeah. So I created content. I created a challenge for my fitness. I didn't get to post it. It was a struggle. It was also more of a struggle now combining going for your 9 to 5, delivering your daily job or your daily task, and then editing. I was also blessed to get gigs, referrals, to get another remote job, to the glory of God, and everything was just a lot of work. I considered the option of employing somebody for my videos, but I couldn't literally bring myself to it, because when I needed to edit, it now felt like, oh, this is what I am used to. This is what I've seen these creators do. This is what I want to do. But some of it did not really feel like me. It felt like I was trying to replicate somebody or somebody's pattern in my life. And I started feeling uncomfortable and weird. Mind you, I already mentioned that I had outgrown some of this content and all of that. So it was a general hassle. By the end of the year, by the end of 2025, I fell off on my fitness routine. I started binge eating again. The content I had created, because I already had it in mind that I was not going to post this content on this channel, I had it in mind to create another channel. My friends and the closest people to me think I have ADHD, by the way. But it's just me, like, I don't want to mix everything on one channel. If I'm creating vlogs on this channel, let it be vlogs on this channel. If I'm creating something related to vlogs like lifestyle, my interests, fine and good. If I'm creating anything about fitness, like it's an entire ball game, I'm sorry, it's an entire ball game, so let that be on another channel. But when I fell off and started binge eating and started seeing my weight go up, I couldn't even bring myself to edit that content. Okay, initially I was not to edit that content. Someone else was to edit it, but he didn't get to edit the content. I almost didn't push for it because I started feeling like, I'm also falling off track. All of this happened. I did not upload any of this content. As I speak with you, all of this content from last year are still in my drive, just sitting pretty there. I got to go for a work trip in Port Harcourt. That was around November. By the time I was coming back, I mean, house hunting stressed me. House hunting drained me. House hunting dealt with me. It showed me shege banza. I'm not even kidding. The amount of times I cried, the amount of times I was stressed, the amount of times that the sun burnt me, I cannot count. It was the real ghetto. I did this for 5 months, guys. 5. July, August, September, October, November. And I'm like, I had to make payment for my house in November because I didn't want to come back from my work trip and continue house hunting in December because I was losing it at some point. Like, nah. So even though I didn't get to spend December in my house, even though I'm filming this video on the 14th of January, even though today is 14th of January and I've slept in this place like maybe 4 or 5 times randomly, I didn't care that my rent would have started reading. I mean, I cared at the beginning, but like I just needed to get a place and move my things from the other place and just get settled. I think another thing that really affected me when I was doing this house hunting thing was that I was not settled because of the bad condition of my place at the time. Sometimes I didn't get to spend the night at my place. I was just somewhere else. You understand? I was just going to somewhere else so that I could feel better. Mold was destroying my things. All my clothes were on the floor at some point. I didn't want it to be a problem with my health. For my sanity, I just couldn't stay there. So I feel like I'm even a lot more settled now. Fast forward to end of November. I think end of November, I made payments for my house. Didn't move until like middle of December. I'm still moving. Like I've still been moving stuff. Like this was done literally this week, and I'm still like trying to set up the whole place. But all of this is, I just feel like it would be very weird of me to just come and start posting. My laptop spoiled, so I got a new laptop, this laptop, right? I got this laptop and I started scrolling through the files I have, and I started seeing that, oh, where I stopped editing my vlog is, I think it was October 2024. So yes, I didn't get to film in 2025 for YouTube because I was really frustrated at the time, watching so many of my content just sit and not go up, and then I stopped editing. But like I have content from 2024, and I'm like, it would be very weird of me to start posting without any context. And while I was taking my shower today, I kid you not, in the beginning of this year, or from the beginning of this year till now, I did not think about filming this whatever. In fact, I've never done a live update. I've never done any get to know me on this channel. Okay, I think I've done a get to know me, but I've never done a live update and all of that. But while I was taking my shower today, I'm like, going through a lot of thoughts, like a lot of things are just going on in my head, and I come out and I'm like, I need to write this script, I need to record this video, I need to talk about how it is in my head, I need to shoot this. And it must go up, it must go up. If it doesn't go up this Saturday, I promise you it will be up on, I want it to be up Saturday, Sunday, but it's not going to exceed Monday, whatever the case. Now I'm like, okay, let me give a live update, and so you know what has been going on with me. And that's how this whole thing came up. I stressed my man today because he's literally helping me film. This was not planned. I had to drag him out of his house. You know, we just have to make things work. I felt bad at some point, but I mean, I'm his babe, right? He has to help me. He's helping me. Whatever, guys. The way he's looking at me. Okay, what else do I have here? Manifesting my 2025 vision board. Yes. Whose channel did I see this thing on in the beginning of 2025? Tamku. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name well, but Tamku Vlog. Tamku's channel was one of the channels because I'd watched like maybe 2 or 3 vision boards, and I created a vision board for the first time in my life. 2025 January, I started the vision board in 2024 December, and I kid you not, I manifested almost everything there. Just a few things I didn't meet up. Things like traveling for my master's, getting a scholarship to travel for my master's. Okay, that's one. Things like, am I blank? Things like public speaking, things like, I'm going blank right now, but I know because I calculated it and I achieved over 75% of what was on my vision board. Guys, I drive today. I never buy a car, but I manifested that thing, and the way it came, it's I mean, I might have to return the car eventually, but like, what do you mean? So yes, I believe, yes, also manifesting 2025 January, I got to listen to, oh my God, I've forgotten the name of her podcast, but I really understood what manifestation means from there. And I didn't do any of this without God. Yes, God helps me, but I think there was a major mindset shift. I also had accountability partners, and 2025 was a great year for me. I'm not even going to cap. It was a great year for me. Yes, I didn't hit my social media goals. I didn't hit some things, but I hit many other things, and I am grateful to God for that. I already spoke about my fitness journey, how I did so well from like January to November, then I fell off track. Soon, I'm getting back into a routine. It's been difficult since the year began because my church started fasting on Monday, on the 12th. I attend Celebration Church. In fact, I have this here because, Jesus, my name is not here yet, but we had this pledge to devotion. I kind of grew in the faith last year, and I grew closer to God, but this year I even want to get more closer to Him, to know Him more. And somehow I've just not been able to get back into my fitness routine. I went to the gym on the 5th, and that was it. I didn't just sit at home. Things have been going on. I've been dealing with family stuff. I kid you not, it's not easy. On the 6th, I was already asking God that, the number of times I have cried this year already is alarming. I know that I'm a soft girl, like small things they shake me, I will start to cry, but like a lot of things were just happening and my emotions could not take it. I needed to be in a place where my mental health was stable, and so of course I ran back here. Yesterday night, my tooth gave me serious headache. Okay, before I even get to my tooth, last week, I think on Friday, started feeling this headache. I have never in my entire life, I don't even know if to call it headache. I don't even know if this is what they call migraine, but I have never felt such pain in the head before. It started on my forehead. From my forehead, I could feel it drawing my eyes, like it was pulling my eyes. Later on, I felt it at the middle. Later on, I felt it at the back. And when I had to drive, like it was drawing my eye. I was crying on the wheels, like at some point. I went to the hospital. I called my auntie who is a nurse. I went to the hospital. They ran some tests. I spent money that I did not plan to spend. I know that health is usually an unplanned expense. Yeah, even though I budgeted it, I did not plan to spend the money. They told me I had malaria, but they told me the major problem was stress. That I was stressed. And I'm like, bruh, what do you mean? All the while I was house hunting, I did not break down. Like, what? And they were like, oh, stress and, low blood counts. Even though they said, oh, it could be associated with, or maybe because I just finished my period, but it was just a lot. And while I was taking the medication, it was going, coming, good enough. Tell me why I finished my meds yesterday morning, and by evening or by night time, I couldn't sleep because of my tooth. My tooth was aching so bad. I could. It was terrible, guys. If you've ever suffered from toothache, you would understand what I'm talking about. So I dressed up this morning to go to the hospital. I didn't make it, but I would be going tomorrow morning as early as possible. I'm going to the general hospital because private hospitals in Lagos want to cut off my neck. Anywho, the last thing on my list here is basically introducing you to my apartment series. So I'm working on a series. I know I have the capacity for a short form series from when I made the decision to move out, when I started house hunting, to all the shege that agents showed me, to getting an apartment, to moving in, to what I experienced in the apartment, to starting my setup, to what artisans use my eye to see. Like, I have a lot of that and I'm still setting up. I'm not even done. But I don't know if I really have long form footages. I don't know if I really filmed in landscape because it just been like dead. But I would also keep you updated here. For a start, I think I already started sharing here, but I would be more active with that on TikTok and Instagram. My Instagram handle, Life of Divine Casmir. I'm not using Divine Casmir on Instagram because maybe because I have ADHD, but I just wanted a fresh new audience. Now, to this year, I have set my vision board, my visual vision board. I have not been able to do it on my plaque yet. I don't know if I'll be able to print out pictures to do that, but for now, I don't have a 9 to 5. I am jobless. I'm not jobless, but I don't work a physical 9 to 5. I am using this year to really see what I can do. Yes, I know a lot of things are going to come in for me along the line this year. I know I'm going to work on different projects this year, so you have to stay tuned. But my social presence cannot suffer this year. I cannot have a vision from December 2023 and 2 years in, I am still struggling with it. So yes, I had a lot of excuses before. Yes, I had a lot of reasons not to show up because of my 9 to 5, but now I think I am more in the headspace to work with my time accordingly. So I am getting back into a routine that would work for me. So if you watched to this point, thank you. I guess we are now friends. If you would like to know anything about me, please type in the comment section. If you would like to know about vlogs, or if you would like to see my vlog, my lifestyle, my update, if you would like to work this journey with me all together, please subscribe to my channel. I would now be posting, but it will be a mix of content. So I would film recent content and post, but I would also post my back content. I don't know how to do it, but I don't think I can let them go to waste. I feel a lot better. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder, because when I came out of the bathroom, it was sort of like heavy on me. I'm happy I got to do this. Welcome on board. My name is Divine Casmir. I'm a calm babe. I'm an omnivert, and it's nice to meet you. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, cut.